It's me. Now that I'm 33 and it's my Jesus year, let's see if I can give you a sermon when all I want to do is be a holier than thou that. Hey, I'm Julesy and this is for my Smart Brown Girls. I did a panel for South by Southwest with Barry Jenkins, who's the Oscar award-winning director of Moonlight.
Very clearly, even in my dreams, this could not be true.
Bruh. I think he's now producing, or sorry, like in post-production, for Amazon, James Baldwin's If Beale Street Could Talk. I'm always here to pick up a new book, but I've read just about every James Baldwin book there is, except I read most of Baldwin's books in middle school, so my ability to recount or catch on to some of the more mature motifs from some of the books might not be that sharp. So I decided to reread Beale Street so I could be prepared, and you know, in case it came up in small talks, I could still be educated and look on a level. Yes, I was a little intimidated as hell because it was just me and an Oscar award-winning director on this panel. It was just me and him in conversation. It was like, who am I? Who am I? I slayed though.
Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
I am beautiful.
All that to say, that whole explanation, there's a character in the book that Baldwin's description of really touched me. Ernestine, who is the protagonist, Tish's older sister, in Tish's voice, Sis as she calls her, or Ernestine, is the strong one, or at least people view her as strong. If you look helpless, people react to you in one way, and if you look strong or just come on strong, people react to you in another way. This can be very painful. The way people treat you, particularly as Black women, when they perceive you as strong, can border on abuse. The various ways people articulate that you are someone they perceive as strong are rarely complimentary. Oh, you'll always figure it out. I know you'll always be okay. I know you'll always be okay. Me, at a very low point in my life, crying to someone who I believed to be one of my closest friends, and their response was, of all my friends, you're just someone I never worry about. I never worry about you. I never worry about you. I never worry about you. And she shrugs me off. I imagine the person who says these things hear themselves telling the person something warm and fuzzy when it's really just a slap of harsh cold wind to the face, bruh. That shit hurt. All we really do is absolve ourselves from caring, from having to invest emotionally in the same people we likely heavily lean on emotionally. And as Baldwin says, that's just the way we are, and that's how we get fucked up. If you look at all your friends or acquaintances even, who would you feel most okay with disappointing? You know how many times I've been disappointed where close friends have canceled on me, put me in a hard spot, let me down because they didn't want to disappoint other people.
You know how they are, I just have to do this, like I have to be there.
And I always wonder, what kind of temper tantrum would I have to throw for people to realize when this or that deeply matters to me? Maybe my words are just too monotone, but y'all, I talk like this every day. You know, I'm expressive, so I'm trying to figure out, like, when I say, do we realize what these strong friends absorb? Especially when we offer them things only to let them down. And I'm not talking about a one-off, because we all have moments where we set expectations that we just cannot meet, but the constant, consistent letdown when we know we're getting away with doing something to one person that we would not do to another. And one of the most annoying, let me tell you, one of the most annoying aspects of being seen as a strong friend is when you finally are offended, and because you usually don't take things personally, or you just don't bother to argue folks down about certain stuff, people are offended that you offended that I'm offended. And this is not just for the strong friends per se, but anyone who likely doesn't outly wear their emotions. The calm friend, the introvert, the always a good time friend, the goofy or the jokester friend. We all have to think about how we use people for emotional benefit, because we all do. Myself included, and that's fine as long as we make the effort to give to them in ways that they need, in the same frame that we take what we need from them. And for the strong friends to be a bit more emotionally honest. even vulnerable. I might be talking to myself here. Allowing those who love you, who care, to help you. And you gotta let your guard down just a little bit in order for that help to be received.